Hey, good day, friends, folks, people of interest in the Porsche 928 community. Greetings, good day. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I wish you well. I really do. What I have here now is a lot of 928 intake manifold top end stuff. Let me just show you what is going on. This is my manifold, and the story of this is let me take that back. This is now my manifold. It was not my manifold before because a customer up in Connecticut did not like the couple bubbles and flaws that came out in his manifold. And they were very minuscule, very minute bubbles, but they were still there. And I let him know. I said, hey, you've got a couple flaws. I can't guarantee well, I didn't tell him at the time. I said, I'm very sorry about that. What do you want to do? And he said, well, let me talk to my customer. And the customer said, yeah, go ahead and fix it. So I tried to start reblasting it to get some of the bubbles out, the very small pinhole prick size bubbles. And I just tried to do a targeted segment of this manifold because they were right here in the top part. They were right in here. And I took it back into the powder coater and they said, no, you got to have the whole thing clean because the powder won't adhere. It won't look good. It'll have some inconsistencies. And I sort of agreed with that. So I took it back, took this one back, and I took my own personal S4 manifold, which was done very well with paint and such. It was all done, and I blasted it, put it in powder coat, and sent it to the guy. Since then, I do not guarantee my work anymore, meaning I do not guarantee the powder coat will not pop a little bit. It might, it does, things do happen. This is very dirty metal. This magnesium is extremely dirty. So I don't guarantee it anymore. I'm very sorry for that, but I made a video earlier to outline just that fact. So I will redo them, but it will be a cost, meaning I'm not going to do it out of pocket. I just can't. So there's the reiteration of that fact. So if they do pop a little bit, we'll discuss it. We'll figure out what you want to do. But most of the time, you're going to want to take it back and deal with it. Because removing powder coat off of an intake manifold is more difficult than a GTS manifold to get clean. Ask me how I know and I'll show you. So here is what's going on here. All of the stuff. These right here, what this gray coating is, this is called powder coating primer. And Greg Brown wants me to use it on all of his items to fill in the imperfections, and it works really good, really well, I should say. Sand it down, and I'm going to take you over here to Greg's things. He has one more manifold, but the manifold that he has that is not here is at the powder coater right now, because that is an S4 manifold, and that one did not need to be powder coated. But this one here is a GTS manifold, and it has the ubiquitous 4R, which means that these are very difficult to clean. A lot of labor up front to get it clean, but let me show you the area in question that really made this one stick out badly. This is a very, I don't know if this light is on. Yeah, okay. This section right here had a lot of pops, flaws from the factory. So when I blasted it, they were very, very evident, very, very obvious. So took it in, we put the powder coating primer on it, and I've sanded it down. It's not perfect, but it is a lot better than it was before. So what this will look like when done will probably be very, very minuscule. There was another flaw over here, which is really surprising because GTS stuff doesn't really pop badly. It looks good, meaning that Porsche did their work on most of them. These are the cam covers off of this car. These have the date stamping of 1992. That puts them in GTS time frame. So they go together. So this is what they look like when the powder coating primer has been sanded off and it's ready to go back. Of course, I'll blow them off and wipe them down a little bit better, but they're going to go back to powder coat and they're going to be put in the Greg Brown color. Moving over here, these are S4 intake manifolds and one GTS manifold. You can see it right there. It says 4R. So these came from Roger, and going to be doing those the next 2 days. Getting these things all cleaned up, mounting this one in the rotisserie, and getting it all cleaned off because GTS coatings are not friendly. They're very difficult to remove. Roger also sent me 3 sets of cam covers, and they're all a little bit different colors. These are 1992, and these are 1987s, and these are 1989. So, and then the side caps right there. So this is the process right here, friends, of doing these intake manifolds, getting them done, getting them fresh, refreshed for you. Remember, I'm in this because I have a 928. I have a couple of them, and I have the same interests that you do, and I just happen to be a professional media blaster, so I'm able to parlay my daily doings, my skills, into services for you guys and gals out there. So I like doing it. It's fun, and I like putting out a good product for everybody out there in the 928 world. So here's just how it works, and I'll just show you a little bit about how the sanding process works. You can see some flaws right here. So I'm going to take this course, the low areas retain the powder coating primer, and that's just basically how it goes. Sand that stuff down, and the end result is really nice. So that's how it's done. That's how I do it here, and all these other parts are going to be blasted this next couple of days, as soon as I get everything ready. And I've got a lot of stuff to do, a lot of stuff to blast, that's for sure. And I have to still do these 928 doors and finish the rear fascia right there. And I got a 62 or 64 C10 that came in yesterday, and I've got to get that rearranged and get that stuff done. So got a lot of stuff to do. Folks, be good. Have a good day. See you. Bye-bye. And juice.